reopened. You're good to go using that ramp. Still seeing slowdowns on the North DVP from approaching Eglinton up to approaching York Mills. Southbound 404 DVP delays south of Finch to approaching Eglinton. Westbound 401, they're still doing that snow removal west of Dufferin in the collectors. It has the two right lanes blocked. Slowdowns west 401, Leslie to approaching the 400, alternating express and collectors, and again from the 400 to approaching the 427. Eastbound 401, slow 427 to the 400, alternating express and collectors. Westbound QEW delays 427 to approaching Mississauga Road that are off and on. Eastbound QEW, you can't get onto the highway from northbound Guelph line because of construction, and traffic bogs down approaching Mississauga Road to Dixie. Eastbound Gardner slow South Kingsway to approaching Parkside, and then that long-term construction in place Dufferin to Strawn. You're down to 2 lanes from 3. It's slow from South Kingsway. Westbound Gardner, Strawn to Dufferin down 2 lanes from 3, and that's causing a backup from Young. Another satisfied Toyota driver, and they got it from Don Valley North Toyota. Find out why. Visit the showroom or DonValleyNorthToyota.com, a division of Wayne's Auto Group. Your next report, 2:11 with the forecast. Denise Andriachi.
Mostly cloudy this afternoon, slight chance of very isolated flurries. Otherwise, we are not worrying too much about the weather today. A guaranteed high of 0 is a nice change. This is seasonal for this time of year, finally, after a pretty close stretch. +3 for Monday with some sunny breaks and the chance of showers. Today's guaranteed high, 0. 60 News Time, 2:03.
Ontario votes 2025.
It's the last weekend of campaigning in the provincial election, with just 4 days to go until Ontario chooses its next premier. PC leader Doug Ford back in Northern Ontario today, visiting Sault Ste. Marie. He's expected to release the party's fully costed platform tomorrow, becoming the last major party to do so. The Liberals and NDP releasing their platforms on Friday. The Greens, the first party to release theirs back on February the 12th. NDP leader Marit Stiles is in Ottawa today with stops in Peterborough and Bowmanville also planned. Liberal leader Bonnie Crombie is also focusing on Ottawa today after a morning stop over in Kingston. And Green Party leader Mike Schreider is in Elora with the local candidates. Even though advance voting is over, you can still cast an early ballot at your local election office until 6 p.m. Wednesday. To federal politics now, the Liberal leadership race ramping up, with candidates set to square off in back-to-back debates tomorrow and Tuesday.
This week will be the first and final time that the Liberal leadership candidates debate each other. All eyes will be on frontrunner Mark Carney, who is leading in polling, endorsements, and in fundraising. How good is his French? Can he think on his feet? And can he wow a crowd? His rivals, especially former Finance Minister Chrystia Freeland, need to prove that they're competitive in the race. Once the debates are done and dusted, early voting begins on Wednesday, with the final vote
is within the normal range. The spokesperson also says the runway where the plane crashed has reopened, and a final cleanup is underway at a second runway that was also closed after the crash. It's expected to reopen soon. All 80 people on board survived, and the 21 people hospitalized have since been released. Brenda Molina Navidad, The Canadian Press, Toronto. 680 News Time 206. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau set to mark the somber 3-year anniversary of the war in Ukraine by meeting with the country's president in Kyiv. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky confirming the meeting at a news conference this morning. Trudeau set to join a summit of world leaders in Kyiv to come as tensions escalate between Ukraine and the U.S. Meantime, cities across Canada are holding rallies at city halls, museums, and community centers today.
Rallies are planned in cities including Halifax, Montreal, Ottawa, Toronto, Winnipeg, Calgary, and Vancouver, all to be held today. The demonstrations of unity actually began yesterday in several cities across the country, and a handful of other cities have rallies scheduled for Monday. Russia invaded Ukraine on February 24th, 2022, in a major escalation of a conflict that began in 2014. It has been described as the largest and deadliest conflict in Europe since the Second World War, causing hundreds of thousands of military casualties and tens of thousands of Ukrainian civilian casualties. Rob Westgate, The Canadian Press.
The Vatican has provided an update on Pope Francis' condition following a health crisis yesterday. ABC's Marcus Moore reports from Rome.
Doctors say his prognosis is reserved, and we hear from Vatican sources that he is undergoing further tests today and that he continues to use oxygen therapy. Now, this morning, he released a personal message that he's confidently continuing treatment at Gemelli Hospital, and he thanked the team of doctors, adding that rest is part of his therapy.
The latest update shows the Pope is in early 2:07. A winter warm-up could lead to messy driving conditions throughout the work week. 6 City weather specialist Denise Andriachi says temperatures in the low single digits could lead to a rain-snow mix across the GTA.
So whereas the city center westward is looking at a few showers Tuesday, Wednesday, and even Thursday, along with that potential for mixed precip, areas north of the city and through northern Durham, we could see more of that snow. So we are going to keep an eye on the radar. Tuesday, there's a chance of some spotty showers late morning and early afternoon. But it's Wednesday that we see some widespread mixing, and then again, that potential for a few centimeters of snow Wednesday north of the city.
City says temperatures will drop again for Thursday, with the first 2 weeks of March expected to see highs below the freezing mark. And if you're going for a walk near the waterfront, watch your head. Toronto police say they're getting reports walking on the north side of Front Street. Coming up in 30 seconds, we'll check gas prices. 680 News Time, 2:09.
680 News Radio Toronto.
Some answer to boardrooms across the border, but at Joseph Gas, we answer to you, Canadian welders and businesses. As a Canadian-owned, family-run supplier, Joseph Gas provides top-quality welding gas and welding equipment with service and reliability you can count on, without all that red tape. Why look south when the best is up north? Support local, support Canadian. Joseph Gas, welding gas and welding equipment made for Canada. 201 Basaltic Road in Concord, Ontario, Canada, and at josephgas.com.
Now the News Radio Toronto gas price update. And ProPort Express will not change at midnight. It will hold at $1.53.9 a liter. Stop sitting on your Aeroplan for sitting on your next trip and start saving on one. Don't miss out. Your chance to save in points ends February 23rd. Look at aircanada.com. Conditions apply.
Hey everyone, Jason Higginson from Mercedes-Benz Newmarket here. We're celebrating the Toronto International Auto Show with the Power to Choose sales event. Get ready for this. 0% interest rate on selected 2024 models for our loyal customers. Plus, we're talking massive in-store delivery credits for up to $20,000. With our huge inventory, your dream Mercedes-Benz is waiting for you. Visit Mercedes-Benz Newmarket today and experience the power to choose.
Learn more at mercedes-benzNewmarket.ca. 680 News Time, 2:11. Time for Rogers Xfinity Internet traffic and weather together on the one. Here's Luke Shield.
Thanks, Caitlin. This report brought to you by Ecotech Windows and Doors. So that we have a new problem on the two new problems on the eastbound 401. First at Weston in the collectors, the right lane blocked off by a crash, and then at Leslie in the express, the right lane blocked off there as well. That's due to a stalled vehicle, and there are delays on the eastbound 401 from the 427 to the 400, alternating both express and collectors, and it looks like those delays have now extended. It's approaching the Allen is where those delays stop, and then they return those delays from just east of the Allen to looks like approaching the 404 DVP. So lots of delays on the eastbound 401. Westbound 401 west of Dufferin and the collectors, they're still doing that snow removal as the two right lanes blocked. Delays from Leslie to approaching the 400, alternating express and collectors, and from the 400 to approaching the 427. Northbound DVP north of Queen, the ramp lane 404 DVP slow south of Finch to approaching Eglinton. Westbound QEW off and on delays from the 427 to approaching Mississauga Road. And then at Mississauga Road, the right lane blocked by a stalled vehicle. Eastbound QEW, no access to the highway from northbound Guelph line. That ramp blocked by construction. Delays approaching Mississauga Road to Dixie. And on City Street, two problems. First in Mississauga, there's a crash at the intersection of Eglinton and Winston Churchill, and then in Brampton, Airport Road blocked both ways, Cottrell to Maritime, that's south of Williams Parkway. That's due to another crash. Save up to 50% at Ecotech Windows and Doors. Pay no tax or don't pay till 2026.
Across the GTA, 0 is the guaranteed high. We could see a few isolated flurries, but otherwise we're not too concerned about the weather today. So it feels quite mild. 0 is right where we should be for this time of year, but of course we've had such cold temperatures lately. That is a nice change. Sunny breaks with the chance of showers for Monday, +3, and near 4 degrees Tuesday, mostly cloudy. We do have the chance of showers late morning and early afternoon. Today's guaranteed high, 0.
Right now in downtown Toronto, 0. Overcast, feels like -5, the same at Pearson. A petition calling for the Prime Minister to revoke Elon Musk's Canadian citizenship appears to be gaining traction. The petition now making its way through the House of Commons process petition, which has more than 34,000 signatures. The petition argues Musk's citizenship should be revoked due to his involvement with the U.S. Trump administration, which has allegedly threatened Canada's sovereignty. Musk grew up in South Africa, but has Canadian citizenship because his mother is Canadian. Coming up, headlines and sports, 6 News Past 2:14. Discover more value than ever at Loblaw. This week, get a Hulk ticket for just $1.99 a pound. Hurry, offer ends Wednesday, February 26th. Shop in-store or online today. Conditions apply. See flyer for details. For centuries, people have used apple cider vinegar for its many natural health benefits, including supporting better digestion. The problem? Apple cider vinegar tastes so bitter. But not New Nordic's apple cider gummies. Made with high-quality ACV from green apples, these gummies are vegan and keto-friendly. And best of all, they taste delicious. Great health never tasted so good. Find New Nordic apple cider gummies at Shoppers, Walmart, London Drugs, Loblaws, and Shonka or online at Amazon or newnordic.ca.
Looking for a Hyundai? I'm your guy. It's the reopening of Rexdale Hyundai. Experience the all-new, state-of-the-art dealership. The largest inventory. Need an oil change? Just drive up. No appointment needed. Visit rexdalehyundai.ca today. Toronto's trusted news. 680 News Radio.
It is +1 now. Overcast. Feels like -3 in Toronto. Good afternoon. I'm Caitlin Lee. Here are the top stories this hour. It's the final weekend of stumping for Ontario candidates. Advanced voting is over. The big election day, Thursday. PC leader Doug Ford is in Northern Ontario again today. He's set to release his party's platform Monday. NDP leader Mark Stiles and Liberal leader Bonnie Crombie in Ottawa. And Green leader Mike Schreiner is in Aurora. Pearson says operations are back to normal almost a week after that Delta plane crash that sent 21 people to hospital. The runway where that crash took place now reopening. And Pope Francis is in early kidney failure. He's in critical condition in hospital after a respiratory crisis yesterday. Now sports, here's Brandon DeVos.
Thank you very much, Caitlin. And right now we look towards the Maple Leafs, who have a big one tonight. They are in action on the tail end of a back-to-back, although on the road this time in the windy city of Chicago. Keep an eye on El Capitan, Austin Matthews, of course, as he will look to make history with a goal tonight. He'll take the sole possession of second amongst the Leafs' all-time goals list in franchise history. Leafs, Blackhawks, puck drop at 7. You can catch it on Sportsnet 590. In second place at 29 points. However, the Scepters will be looking to get revenge in the season series versus the Frost. Toronto have lost 2 of 3, including the most recent meeting between the pair. This one is already underway in Minnesota, and at the first intermission, it is the Frost leading 1-0. The Blue Jays are looking to make it 2 wins in a row to open up spring training as they take on the Red Sox today. This one already underway from JetBlue Park in sunny Florida. You can find it on Sportsnet 1, and right now it is the Jays trailing 3-2 in the bottom of the third. The Raptors will look to defend home court while trying to slow down Kevin Durant and the Suns. History on their side as the Raptors have shown resilience, winning 5 of their last 7 home matchups against Phoenix. Game starts at 6 on Sportsnet 1. And some curling at Scotty's Tournament of Hearts. Defending champ Rachel Homan of Team Canada waits the winner of the semifinal, currently ongoing in Thunder Bay, Ontario, which Nova Scotia's Christina Black is currently taking on Manitoba's Carrie Anderson, and right now it is Anderson of Manitoba up 5-2 at the start of the 5th end. The final goes at 7 tonight. And lastly, in some footy across the pond in the English Premier League, Liverpool handily take care of business away from home and beat Manchester City 2-0. Reds are now 11 points ahead of second place Arsenal. Sports 15:45. Pass every hour anytime at sportsnet.ca.
Come from away. The musical sensation, the Toronto Star, gives a perfect 4 out of 4 and declares it a joyous, uplifting, and life-affirming piece of theater. The Globe and Mail calls it a triumphant homegrown hit, and Next Magazine says Come From Away is a show that you experience more than just once. Come From Away, now playing at Toronto's Royal Alexandra Theatre. Book at mervish.com.
I'm Mara Stiles, and I've spent my life fighting for working people and winning. Now I'm running to be premier, to build homes, hire doctors, fix schools, and make life more affordable. Life in Ontario is harder than it should be. Well, unless you're going to duck for its friends, right, that he makes those deals with. With everything that's at stake, we need new ideas. I'm Mara Stiles, leader of Ontario's NDP. in the last